Hey everyone, how's it going? Grizzly here with another Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary. And we all make mistakes, don't we? We all do it. It's something that's just in our nature as humans. You can't avoid it. I made a mistake recently. This gameplay you're watching right now was actually live commentary, and it turned out really well. I was really pumped about it. I was saying, oh, this is great. You guys wanted more live commentaries. And you know what? Here's one for you. I thought it was really good. And I went to review the footage. Turns out I did not record my audio. But that's okay, because I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm not going to repeat that error, you know? There's a quote that says, success does not consist in never making mistakes, but in never making the same one a second time. And yes, I did rip that from brandingquote.com. Don't judge me. But it's very true. Everybody makes mistakes. Me, you, your parents, your friends, everybody you know, everybody you don't know, we've all made mistakes. And the important thing about these mistakes is not to dwell on them, but to sit there, kind of just see what happened and say, you know, I'm not going to do that again. I've learned from that. And as long as you learn from it, any mistake is a success, in my opinion. That's how you learn, that's how you grow, that's how you develop as a person, as a human being. And that's good. It's good to make mistakes. That's something that we don't say enough. I feel like society views mistakes as something bad, something wrong. There's a quote by Thomas Edison, and I apologize for dropping all these quotes on you guys say that. That's not what I intended when I started recording. But the quote goes, I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. And the reason I love this quote is it focuses on the positive. It doesn't focus on the negative, the aspect of failing. It focuses on success. Even though you made a mistake, as long as you learn from it, as long as you get something out of it, it's not a failure. And mistakes can be embarrassing, they can be. That's just the way it is. I've made plenty of mistakes in front of people, and you kind of sit there looking like an idiot, but it doesn't really matter. And I've got a story to tell you guys about something stupid I did a few years back when I visited New York. So it's kind of the typical, you know, like Midwest small town boy visits the big city for the first time. And in every city, you know, in the downtown area, you have a bunch of crosswalks, and when the walking symbol pops up, that's when you go across. And when the red hand pops up, that's when you're supposed to stop. You're not supposed to cross. But when the red hand does pop up, you do have a few seconds to kind of rush across the street. And knowing this, there was one instance where I wanted to get across really badly. And so I started power walking as soon as that hand came up, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get across. And then the light turned green. And people in New York, they're in a rush, you know, so the car started moving, and I had to run across the rest of the street. And like I tripped, I almost fell down. And when I got to the other side, you know, I was breathing like really hard, and I was like, oh my god, all these people are really staring at me. I look like such an idiot. And I look up, and nobody cares. Nobody's looking at me at all. And it made me realize, you know, that people, they're not really too concerned with what's going on with the strangers on the street, the kid who trips and falls on the sidewalk. They're going to stare at you for maybe a couple seconds, and then they're going to move on. They're going to get on with their lives, and it's like you don't even exist to them anymore. And that's something that I tend to forget sometimes. I look at somebody a certain way on the street, and I start worrying. I go, did I give them a bad look? Are they going to track me down and come murder me in my sleep? And in reality, they probably didn't even bother them. They're not going to go home and tell their family and be like, oh my gosh, this guy gave me just this awful look on the street today. They probably don't care at all. They probably didn't even notice. And it's just these little mistakes, these little things that we do. We magnify them in our heads. We just blow them way out of proportion. And in reality, it doesn't even matter. So if you guys get anything from this video, I just want you to, you know, embrace your mistakes. And they're not bad. Mistakes are good as long as you take those mistakes and turn them into something positive. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. And yes, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you all later. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
This is Heavy Weapons Guy. Thank you for watching Grizzly Berry. Now click that little red button. Ha ha!